Spectrier and Glastrier, the two noble steeds of Calyrex, both being shown to us only at the Crown Tundra. And I just thought, hey, why not just make one of every single type, since every single type videos are just trending right now. So let's do it. Then I got my pencil, book, and camera and just started drawing, like whatever came to mind. Like literally anything. I had no idea coming into it, but just kept on drawing until I found something in the art. So I think if you guys have art block or really any type of block, just start drawing, like what I'm doing right now. So Calyrex's steeds are just based on horses. Everyone knows that. And sorry guys if I sound like quite dry or anything. It's just because I'm really sick, so that's why. So I just drew a like small shape of a horse body on top, and then started drawing like just random horses with elemental powers. I know, but like I gave them all like different emotions and feelings stuff, so it wouldn't be bland. Then here comes the oh so dreadful digital. First thing, we're doing the ground type. So for this first one, I just gave it a pose of kicking, but also gave it like maybe digging into the ground so it could dig at 90 degrees. And first I thought it should maybe look back at its foes while kicking, but like, as you can see now, it's not really looking that good. So yeah, so as you can see later, I just changed it, and like I just thought the problem was the neck, so changed that a lot of times. Tried to make it longer, tried to change it, erase, change, and then it kept on getting repetitive. I tried adding like muscles or details to it. Still wouldn't work. I kept on doing it. Still would not work. So I gave up and thought I should just change the size of the head so I could make the neck longer. But somehow I made it worse. So at this point I just took it and just rotated the head just to see if it looked better. And actually in my eyes, once I saw it, I thought yes, that looked like way better. So just going for it, erasing parts of the neck, make it better, and just erasing some lines that are going through the head, scuffing the head, then putting a bump in the mouth. It's like, but I thought I should just make a bigger bump just to separate it, but like it just looked really bad. So I just settled for a small one, but it still looked pretty bad. And then I just got a good amount of how I wanted. Then I tried changing the torso since I didn't like how that looked, because sketches are never perfect. Then I just thought I should make it longer and actually a 90-degree angle. And that, lo and behold, actually worked. So just fixing it, as always, as a normal person does. Making the head look girthier, then adding the mane, because everyone forgets that horses have manes. How? Why? Even I do it. I am not being hypocritical, even I do it. So now trying to make the mane, and then part 2, sketch number 2. Try to make it closer to the Pokemon art style, as you can see, thinner lines and all that stuff. But as you can see later, it's just not looking like the Pokemon art style because I do not understand the Pokemon art style. But here you go, here's the ground that it is digging on, the Pokemon that's digging on. And then the tail. Try to make it all fancy and stuff. Did not work. Try to make it all not fancy and stuff. Left it like that. Then just making the shoe, the foot, whatever you like to call it, just remaking it. And I think it actually looked like pretty good at the start, so I just kept it like that. Then I kept everything else like how it was, except for making the mouth have like a little bump when sketch. Then making the ears, then the mane, I gave it like a little thin kind of thing, and then the tail also gave it like a thin kind of thing, because I actually have a good idea later. So just making the stomach area, and that's it. So like that's what's happening right now. And then more drawing. I think I might start commentating here because there's nothing really to commentate. So just listen to the music and just go with it. I'm back, and just right now thickening the lines just to make the details pop, but also just making it feel thicker and closer to the Pokemon art style again, which I don't know how to use. So I'm just thinking up also the main part, but don't worry, it won't really affect the thing I'm doing later. So now, here you go. Raftrier, the brutal horse Pokemon, a pure ground type, with the ability Grounding Neigh. If any Pokemon or human is too full of themselves around Raftrier, it will quickly and hastily ground them, but also make them feel worse in the process. Okay, now here you can see I'm just making a light sketch, but in my sketches I really just do random scribbles, random lines, just to see this shape that is going on right here. So like it's pretty rough, but I just really like that about my art style, so I don't really mind it. So here you go, it's just a rough art style, a rough sketch of what is gonna be the main part. And I don't really erase that much because like it's just a rough sketch, and then I can change everything in like the second sketch. So you know. Then here's the ears, but they won't be as rough, but so like it's easier to capture the essence of it. And then the mane, and I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if the tail and the mane would be the same? So now here's the second sketch, second drawing, whatever you like to call it. So here it goes. I'm just using a thicker brush, and then just using the sketches that I already have here with me, I can just create easy drawings. That's why I do it rough. It helps more than you think. So you should try it one time. But back to it. I just kind of doing the ear, the black part of the ear. Don't know why I make it completely pitch black, but whatever. With the mane, try to make it segments, but like wouldn't fit. So now here, I'm just making the coloring of this because it's gonna be pretty short. So I'm not gonna add that much of the coloring. So here you go, the colors. And here is Calyrex, the smooth horse Pokemon, a pure steel type, with the ability Melting Neigh. This Pokemon can change the type of metal it's made of, from turning into hard steel to liquid mercury, which is its favorite way of killing its opponent. And now it's time for Tree Dude. Can you guys guess what its type is? Comment down below what do you think its type is gonna be. So for the first, I'm just gonna be just drawing the general body shape and tail. And I thought it would just be cool to make his neck or cover his neck in like a tree branch in the shape of a vine that also has another tree sticking out. That would just be cool to me. So I just did it, and then the face would just be a kind of stoic face, kind of like Cobalion. If you guys even remember him, shout out to the 3 people who know Cobalion. Okay, and then there's extra stumps there. So yeah. I tried making like a fluffy leaf come out of the ear, like a texture like this, but it didn't like work, so I just made it black. And I added texture to those stumps. That just made it look better for like no other reason, just to make it look better. Then just adding more stumps, but I thought just 2 would be okay. Then the bottom could probably be maybe a stripped piece of wood or like something like that. That'd be cool. Then give the trunk wrapping its neck also a texture, since it's not really looking that good. So that'd probably be good. Now it's time for sketch number 2. I accidentally wrote color for some reason, but sketch number 2 is gonna add way more. I'm sorry, I just had to cough. Way more texture and personality to the leaves and the trunk on the neck and the tail. Also just giving the stumps better details. Well, that's basically all that's gonna change. Everything else is gonna be similar or stay the same. So that's what I want it to be. All planned, don't worry guys. So just going through. I thought it would probably be a good idea to make all of it a different type of wood. Like all different types of woods. So I thought maybe the neck could be dark oak, then just normal oak wood or palm tree wood on the body. So like I thought that would just look cool, kind of good, very nice. So that could just work for it. So now here is Dendrier, the calm horse Pokemon, a pure grass type with the ability Growing Neigh. This Pokemon is normally calm and collected, but it cannot stand for when any creature of any kind, even grass types, harm the nature around them for any reason whatsoever. So now I'm trying to make a flying type version, and this version I'm not sure what's happening that much, but I'll just try to make it seem levitating, maybe even soft or puffy. So I'll just be trying to do that right now, trying to make everything just soft and puffy, except for maybe the nose, because that looks really jagged. But other than that, all the other areas just look really puffy. As you can see, the lower body, or in this case the left side of the body, you could say, is just gone. So I just added some puffs of smoke there. And then for the ears, I made the inside that's normally black just clouding cream, as well as make the mane-ish kind of spiky like Glastrier, but not that much. Again, like Glastriers. So that's really what I'm trying to do at the moment. Then it's time for sketch number 2. And now I'm trying to use a different type of marker, like a different type of inking pen, so I could maybe see if this style could be better, because I really like my sketch more than drawing, so this could probably be better. So now just inking just like normal, just with a textured pencil, a textured pencil. And there you go. As you can see, here is Lintrier, the careful horse Pokemon, a pure flying type, with the ability Atmospheric Neigh. When humans or Pokemon fall asleep and have dreams or daydreams about falling down, this Pokemon tries to help by slightly levitating them to ease their fears.